Guys, I apologize. We had a scheduling issue and I forgot to put YouTube on there for some reason. It didn't take, I clicked it, but it didn't take the YouTube button. Now I just added YouTube on and we should have YouTube members coming in on as well. Today's a special day. We're going to have a broadcast real quick on this show, StreamYard, and then we're going to switch over to Zoom at the conclusion of this broadcast. If you so let's finish this broadcast out. Those of you here for the first time, click on the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you can turn and see fresh, new Philippine videos, motivational videos, and worldwide videos. These is my engineer, and she is checking to make sure the broadcast up and running. Is everything okay, my dear? Looks good. All right. Excuse me. So when you talk about life, ladies and gentlemen, you understand, as we go through this thing we call life, there's always issues that evolve in us, around us, through us, between us and others. And so what happens is a lot of times we go through life and we don't understand what causes us to act like we do. You know, some of us act crazy, some of us act lazy, all kind of stuff we do. But I'm gonna tell you something, my friends. Whenever you are in this thing called life, you're gonna go through some stuff, yeah, with a G-O, and then you're gonna grow through some stuff with a capital G-R-O-W. Okay. So whenever you go through stuff, you just don't want to go through it. Okay. You want to grow through it as you go through it. Okay. And the reason why is because if you don't grow through what you go through, you're gonna wind up repeating it all over again. It'll be a repeating cycle. Okay. And so what happens is oftentimes as we engage in this thing we call life, we have a tendency not to understand what our triggers are in life that causes us to do what? Go through things in life. Okay. So we're gonna talk about what are your triggers in life. Huh? Know your triggers, man. I mean, I was a younger man. Every time I turn around somebody, I've been triggering up. I trip up, I flip up, I slip up, I fall, and I get back up. But the bottom thing is life. Life is like this. The more you fall in life, the more you get tripped up, the more you slip up, the harder it is for you to get back up. Okay? So the thing in life is this. You want to have the most smoothest life you can, the most pleasant life you can. You're gonna be some slip ups, but keep the slip up and the fall to a minimum. And how you do that, Bobby? You got to know your triggers, man. Oh, trigger man. You're a trigger man, right? You got to know your triggers, man. So that they want to look at our triggers. And at the conclusion of this broadcast, we're going to a little bit, and we're going to go to our Zoom broadcast. Okay. For those of you that's coming in, I have some information out there printed already on the display on the memo side. You can see it, the note side. You see what the meeting is, and before we get ready to close this out, I'll give you the instruction again and get on Zoom. Okay, this could be the first Zoom meeting for the year. We will have many more. So don't be afraid. Get on board. It's just a simple technology. A fifth grade. You smarter than a fifth grader, right? Are you smarter than a fifth grader? Then you can do this. Okay, let's go. All right. So thumbnail for the day. Thumbnail. No, first 1 minute review, real quick. And I got about 45 minutes, but we're going to cut this off right on 10. Let's go this real quick. 1 minute review. All right, so we talked about, oh man, we got to talk this yesterday with We Hear You. Yeah? That's the last one we talked about, is it? Yeah, we talked about this. We Hear You. This is the last live stream we talked about. And that's when we talked about the ABCs in Confidence by Xander Man. It was awesome, guys. I don't have a lot of slides because, you know, he did his thing. And he did it to the max. Thank you, Xander Man, for such a wonderful broadcast you gave us teaching. And Markel gave us an outstanding teaching as well. We're going to try to get both of those gentlemen back next month. And I want people that's on this show to bring it right, tight, long, and strong. Okay? You need some help, let me know. I'll help you bring it. Okay? We'll talk double team together. As long as we bring it to ourselves. We got people out here that know stuff and they just so I'm scared. Got to get over that fear, man. Okay? If I was afraid, you would never see me right now. Because I'd be just scared. I'm scared. I can't go on the show. I don't want nobody to see me. I can't talk in front of people. You know, get over that stuff, man. And ain't nothing to it but to go on and do it. Okay? God, that's how you get over your fear. You do it. You feel the fear and you do it. But we had an outstanding program. Today we're going to talk about trigger man. Okay? So thumbnail for the day, thumbnail for the day, thumbnail for the day. Trigger man. Okay? trigger man, and I got a trigger men. Okay, which one y'all want? Y'all want a trigger man or trigger men? So when you give a comment today, say trigger man or trigger man. Okay, and I don't know which one we're gonna use today. I put two. I don't know. I felt uncomfortable with just trigger man. Okay, so I want to do is go because not only these triggers are not only applicable to men, but they're applicable to men and women. Everybody gets triggered. Okay, you a trigger man. I'm a trigger man. Here, she a trigger. We all trigger people. We get triggered. And what do you mean by the trigger? Where you gonna pull a trigger on me? No, you pull a trigger on yourself because you trip up. When you pull the trigger, it causes you to slip up, trip up, clip up, chip up, and you mess up. You fall down, and then you got to get back up. We fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up. No, I don't want to fall down too many times a lot because I'm like Muhammad Ali. His goal was not to get hit. Okay, bad, sting like a butterfly and stung like a bee. His thing was, I don't want to get hit, okay? And that's what you don't want to take too many hits in life. You don't want to take too many falls in life because you got to get back up, and it takes energy, strength, everything you got, every ounce of strength, energy you got in to get up. Who want to keep doing that? So we want to avoid hits. We want to avoid the flips. We want to avoid the chip, the falls, the breaks. We want to avoid that stuff. And the only way you can do that is to know what your triggers are, man. Huh? Some of you out there are your own worst enemy. Why, BobbieD? Why? Because you are your own trigger. You are your own trigger man. You slip up, you chip up, you strip up your own self, and you fall down. And you looking for somebody to help you get back. You got to get back up on your own self when you fall down. Okay? Because sometimes people see you got problems. This man, he keep on falling down. I ain't gonna help you. You got to learn to avoid your triggers, man. Everybody in life got triggers. The key is to avoid them. The key is to understand them. The key is to work around them. The key is to make it work in your favor, not in your disfavor. And I'm going to show you some things that we're going to run this real quick. I've got to get out by 10 o'clock. All right, let's go. Thumbnail for the day. I'll show you. I want you to tell me trigger man or trigger men, okay? That's going to be, one of those will be the thumbnails. I might change it later. All right. No hocus pocus, just focus. Let's focus for the day. And one of the things that Stan the Man touched on the other day was focus, okay? And y'all know how important focus is. I tell you to focus every time we do it, bro. I say no hocus pocus. Just what? Focus. Focus, okay? Because when you lose your focus, when you lose your focus, man, when you lose your vision, man, when you lose your sight, man, you have no insight. You have no drive. You have no compelling. You have no compulsion. You have nothing to make you move forward in your life. You need to be focused. No hocus pocus. That means all of the distraction in life, let it go. Hey, get away. I'm focused. When you are focused in your life, you can get things accomplished. When you are focused in your life, you can make new beginnings. When you are focused in your life, you can pick yourself up when you fall down. But when you're not focused, nothing happens but a whole bunch of mess, stress. Okay? So I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you today about your triggers in life. Yeah, I'm going to show you today. Let's go. I ain't playing today. Come on. I got time. Look. Here we go. Focus. What are the triggers? Number one, focus. What is the trigger? We're going to look at that. Number two, types of triggers. Number three, how to cope with your triggers, man. See them people right there? All of them. That's how we deal with triggers in life. The white guy, he afraid, eyes bugging out his head. The black guy in the middle, he like, okay, he tripping, but he trying to be cool with it. But all on the inside, he all messed up. The Chinese guy over there looking mean, like he hurt. And the black guy in the background, he don't know what to do. He looking up to the Lord. He looking up to the sky. He's so messed up. Triggers, man. What is a trigger? Types of triggers. How to cope with your triggers. Those are things. Some of these things, one of these persons, if not all of them, has been you at one point in your life. Don't play with me. BobbieD, I ain't none of them. I'm cool, BobbieD. I don't overreact, BobbieD. I stop lying. Everybody been a fool sometime. Everybody played a fool sometimes. Don't play with me. I'm going to tell you like it is. Sometimes we are our own worst triggers. because we keep digging up the past. You hear me? Yeah, you keep digging up the past. That's why you keep tripping on yourself. That's why you keep slipping on yourself. That's why you keep falling down and you can't get up. I'm tripping, I'm flipping, I can't get up. Tripping, I'm slipping, I can't get up. Yeah, that's why you can't get up, because you don't know what keeps tripping you up, and you haven't recognized your triggers. You haven't identified the thing that mess up on in your life, and you just keep going around in circles. Yeah, you keep going around in circles because you have not identified your triggers. You don't even know you got triggers. You don't even know you are your own worst enemy, because sometimes, people, we are our own triggers. And we become our own worst enemy. Let's go. Number one is what? What is the trigger? Number one. Let's go. Plain today. What is the trigger? Trigger, man. It's an emotional reaction. Some type of event, to some type of event, a memory or a traumatic experience. It's a trigger, man. You feel like it's happening. When you get involved, when the trigger hits you, it's like whatever that event was is happening all over again. Some women might have been sexually assaulted, yeah? But they see something that reminds them of that event, and it's like it's happening all over again in their body and their emotions. All of that stuff comes out, and that's why they slip, they trip, and they are, because they don't understand. Somehow they don't even know when it's time to move out the way, because the trigger might just come in. They got to recognize and identify what your triggers are, so you won't slip up, you won't trip up. You have to know what caused you to trip up in order for you to stop tripping up. You have to know what caused you to slip up in order for you to stop slipping up. Know what your triggers are. What are the triggers? Let's go. Number one is what? A trigger. Emotional reaction, man. Memory or traumatic experience. It feels like it's happening all over again, man. It could be a violence, somebody must have beat you to a pulp. It could be you beat somebody, abuse, man. Sexual abuse, physical abuse. Could be somebody close to you, man. They passed away, you could be a drug. You might have been a former drug addict, and you see somebody with some marijuana, or you see somebody with some shabu or whatever, and it just triggers that emotion for you to get high again. Right? Triggers things in life that cause you to go backwards and not forward, because they focus you on the memory of the past. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. You cannot live in the past, but many people try to live in the past because they get flipped up. And they slip up because of the triggers in life, and they don't understand what's triggering their reaction. When you understand what your triggering points are, then you can stop being slipping up. You can stop falling, and you'll be able to stand up and not fall down. Simple little things like a song, okay? Could be a song. That's our song, and you start crying like a baby. That's our song. That's us. Triggers. Know what your triggers are. That's because you don't know, and then you just acting a fool. Okay, triggers, man. Could be a smell. I love that smell on him. That lady said, I love my smell on my man. That's my smell. That's my man's smell, and they go crazy. Place. That's where we ate dinner. We walked by the restaurant. Me and Johnny ate dinner every day, every week at that restaurant. You got the food. Triggers, man. You got to know what your triggers are. It's an emotional reaction. Sometimes a past event. Okay, that's what a trigger is. And it can be traumatic, it can be mild, it could be very, very strong. But triggers. Everybody has a triggering point in their life. Some of us have multiple triggers every day. And we panic. We don't know how to deal with it. But I'm gonna walk you through some things today. Let's go. Number two is what? Number two. Types of triggers. Okay. Triggers are very widely. They're there's a whole variety of different triggers. Okay. It can be internal. Two categories are internal and external. When you talk about the internal trigger, it could be a memory. It could be a touch. Could be anger, could be anxiety, loneliness. All of those things are triggers. Okay, types of triggers that cause you to go into an emotional state. That cause you. Sometimes people shut down. Sometimes people get angry. Sometimes people get fearful. Sometimes people get paranoid. All kind of things. And then it's external triggers, environmental triggers. You go to a particular beach or whatever location, time of day, season. You remember sad, right? seasonal affective disorder. Some people, Christmas time, that's their trigger. Thanksgiving, that's their trigger. Easter, yep. Seasonal affective, winter time, yep. Those are triggers. And they cause people to bug out. Okay? Got to know what your triggers are, man. When you find out what your triggers are, you know, you'll be able to stop from falling, stop from slipping, stop from chipping, stop from falling down and not being able to get back up. Every time I get around Johnny, I wind up. You know? That's what a lot of people say. You can fill in the blank. Every time I get around Johnny, I wind up what? You know, fill in the blank. Every time I get that call, I wind up in the bed with Johnny. Because there ain't nothing but a booty call. That's a trigger, man. That's a trigger, ladies and gentlemen. You got to know what your triggers are. And, you know, I don't know what it is, man. People just ignore the triggers. They just, like, they can't see it. I don't know. You know? And the reason why they do it, because they want to slip up internally. Emotion, they want to slip up. And they're weak as water. You have to be strong if you don't want to slip up in life. You have to be strong if you don't want to trip up in life. You have to be focused, no hocus pocus, focus. You know, and one of the problems we have in life is not having the discipline that it takes to focus. We look at this, we look at that, and everything we look at does not help us in our endeavors in life and moving forward. They may help us move to the side, to the right, to the left, to the back, but they're not going to help us move forward, and they don't help us moving up. But yet we still are compelled to those things that distract us. Okay? Those are triggers. And you need to know what they are and how to avoid the triggers in your life. Because the triggers, man, cause you to slip up. The triggers cause you to trip up. And when you fall down, it's hard sometimes to get up. Okay? Who want to keep falling down every day? Because one day you're going to fall and you won't be able to get up. Avoid the triggers in life. Okay? Know what they are. Let's go. Number three, number what number? Number two. Hold on. Number two. All right, I did that. All right, last one. We out, man. I told you we're gonna be out of quick. We got a 10 o'clock appointment. Let's go. Number three. All right. How to cope with triggers. Call on your social support system. Okay. What you mean, BobbieD? What you mean social support system, man? Everybody got a mama and them, sister and them, your brother, your boy, your girlfriend. Call on your support system, man. At least these one of my main support systems. My family is another one. And the Lord, man, they help me. They cope. They help me to cope with things in life. Call on your support system when you're triggered. When you come into a trigger, say, look, you know, I'm an alcoholic. Call your mom. Say, Mom, I'm an alcoholic. You know that. I want to take a drink so bad, Mama. Can you help me, please? She says, son, I'll be right there. That's your support system. Someone that can help you through when you're in a triggering point, when you reach a trigger that will trigger you off into a negative direction. You need somebody that you can call on to help you. And that is support system. Call on your support system, man. Sometimes you can just take deep breath. You know, I know that sounds corny. Take a deep breath. Believe it or not, that is one of the simplest things to do. And most people totally overlook it. Taking a deep breath calms you down because the more oxygen you intake, it goes all over your body, goes to your brain, goes to your heart, and it soothes your body. When you're soothed and calm down, you are more rational. You'll be able to think better. Okay? That's one of the simplest things in life to do. And yet many, many of us overlook it. When we get triggered, we just, you know, meditate, calm down, reflect. Okay, I've been through this before. I've seen this before. And you know, every time I get this text from Joey, I wind up going over his house and we do a booty call. How many times how many times, man? That's a triggering point. Okay? Woman, ladies, whatever, that's a triggering point. You got to understand what causes you to slip up. And you already married now. And you going over somebody else because they done text you. Woman. TDJ said, woman die loose. You better get yourself loose from that stuff because it ain't right. Tired. And men do the same thing. Yeah, we do the same thing. Some women call us for a booty call. Okay, that's a new one, huh? They don't. Yeah, it works both ways, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's go. I'm be done with it. And no, sometimes we can write, man. Keep a journal. Those go hand in hand. Express yourself through writing. Keep it in a journal. I know a lot of people I've met, they have journals and they write something in it every day. And it helps them to cope with life, man. I used to do that when I was in my early 20s. I had 2 big diaries and I had so much stuff in there, man. And then when I got married, I just let it go. But I still have one of them right now. I had 2 of them. I lost the other one. I don't know what's that. But every now and then I pull that diary out and I look at some of the things I wrote and it helps me cope right now to this day. I pull that diary out and let's go over to some things I do. And I see how far I came, where I am now. I look back. I don't live back there, but it helps me to understand where I came from and learn from the mistakes. So I don't keep tripping. I'm tripping, falling, can't get up. I avoid the hits. See, that's the secret of life, man. If you can go through this life without taking a lot of hits, you're going to be all right. It's the people that take all the hits and slip and fall all the time. You're going to have a hard life. And I'm trying to save you from getting all those hits. Because the more hits you get, the more you might not be able to get back up when you fall. Okay? Avoid the hits. And the hits come from what? The triggers in life. And if you avoid the triggers, you avoid the hits. You avoid the hits, you avoid the falls. You avoid the falls, you'll be able to stand strong and stand tall in this place and the world we call life. Are you with me? Let's go. Last one we out, man. All right. Keep a journal, man. And one of the things you can do is resist, man. You come into a triggering point, just resist it. But it takes a strong person to resist the trigger. It really does. And it's so many people out there that are weak, man. You think I'm playing with you? I talk to people every day, and it's amazing from person to person how strength varies from an individual. And you cannot tell the strength of a person merely by looking at the exterior physicality. You can't. I mean, the strongest man in the world got big muscles. He'd be like a baby on inside. He cry. A woman say, I don't want you no more. He go like, that's not that. He's weak. As water might be strong physically, but the emotional makeup, the emotional maturity and the spirituality, that's what determines your true strength in life. Because the body does what? Fade away. It gets weak. You can be an old man. I remember the preacher said, you be walking like a baby when you get in your 60 and 70 and 80. You go back to your baby stage. So the body will always go down. But the mind, the emotions, the spirituality, all of those inner strength always stand strong. So you should strengthen those things at all. So the strength doesn't, just because you're strong physically, don't mean you're emotionally, mentally, or maturely strong, mature. You could be weak, just like a baby. And it's amazing, man. I look at people and say, oh, man. He said, BobbieD, I don't know. I said, man, I don't tell people that when I talk to them. But I said, I look at him, I said, man, this is a grown man. He acting like a baby. It amazes me how I see people react to certain situations. Now, for me, when a woman don't want me, I'm gone. But for a lot of us, we can't take it. We slipping. We tripping. We're triggered and we fall. And if there's nobody there to help you get back up, you're going to be down for a long time. Because a lot of times, we don't have the strength to pull ourselves up by our own bootstrap. We can't do it. We need help. That's why you need a social system, support system to help you when you fall. And that's why you need to understand what your triggers are in life so you don't fall every day in your life. I don't want to be a loser. Do you? And losers are triggered all the time. And a lot of times, because they're triggered, they fall. And they keep falling. They keep falling. And sometimes they cannot get back. That's a loser, man. But if you know your triggers in life, you can avoid the pitfalls in life. You can avoid the slip up, the chip up, the break up, the trip up. You can avoid those things. But you have to know who you are. You have to know your triggers in life. You have to know the things that cause you to be emotionally unstable. You have to know the things that cause you to be angry, full of rage. You have to know your trigger, man. Your trigger is important. All right, let's go. Keep a journal and then run, brother, run. Why would you mean run, brother? Run, man. Resist. You know that's you see the lady with the short shirt on, and she be walking around and trying to show you this and show you that. You better run. Do one of them things. Let's say, pew. Hey, the basic thing is avoid it. And sometimes you got to run. If you got to crawl. Get out, move. If you know it's a triggering point. A lot of people out here, a lot of people are just addicted to sex. They got to have it every day. You know that's your triggering point, but you let it take you down every day. And then you mess with you get hooked up with the wrong person, and you get something you don't want. Okay? Because you couldn't control yourself. You couldn't control yourself. You couldn't avoid the triggering points in your life. You out of control. And when you out of control, you will lose your soul and you will lose your life because you can't understand what's causing you to fall down. You can't understand what causing you always got to get on somebody's skirt tail. You can't control yourself because you don't understand your triggering point. Look at these people over there. See the lady right there on the left, the black lady, she crying, man. That's how some of us act. That's how some of us behave when we're triggered. Because Johnny, I heard our song, and it just made me crazy. I miss them so. Triggering points. You know that's your song. Turn it off immediately. Walk away. And the lady right next to her with the big leg, she gets a booty call every week, and she just okay. I'll be right there. Triggering points. You know stuff causes you to slip. You know stuff causes you to, and you do it anyway. Avoid it, man. And the man in the middle, he's just full of rage. Every time he see this commercial or he see something about black people on TV, he gets rage. He's angry. He wants to hurt somebody. Triggering points, man. You know that. You know you don't like black people. That's your triggering point. But yet you're gonna go and look at everything black so you can cuss them out. That's your triggering point. Let it go, brother. And then the man to the next to the right of him, he just so scared. Look at the big eye popping, bopping out of his head. Look at him. So scared, man. My mama gonna beat me. Trauma from a childhood. Triggering point. You see somebody with a whip. She crazy stuff, man. Y'all think I'm playing with you, but this is life. This is life, man. Maybe you don't know it. Maybe you never been triggered in your life. I know. I'm sorry. I'm talking to the wrong people. Y'all never been triggered. Only me. I'm sorry, man. I'm just human, okay? And I've been triggered in my entire life. I know what triggering points are, and I know how to deal with them. I'm trying to show you, man, that whenever you see a triggering point, you got to get up and go. You got to avoid it. The man to the right, the little black man at the bottom, he trying to be cool with his. Yeah, but all inside, he's full of anger, rage, and he's emotionally insecure, getting ready to go in depression because he can't take it. And you know the man on the right, the big black man on the right there? The one with his eyes cocked to the left. You know who that is, right? I'm going to give you one more chance. You know who that is, right? That's Brother Man. You remember Angry Man on Martin? That's him. He always cock his eyes and say, get your AWS out of here. Something like, remember that? He was paranoid, man. Yeah, Angry Man was paranoid. He always had a problem. Somebody was bothering him, and he always wanted to fight. He always was angry because somebody would. He couldn't deal with his triggers, and he had a messed up life. Every time he turned around, he was angry about this, and nobody wanted to approach Angry Man. Okay, know your triggers, man. Deal with your triggers, and your life will be better off forward. You got to become aware of the signs in your body that you're reacting to a trigger. Changing in your breathing. You get nervous. Short of breath. You feel anger. You feel emotionally drained. You feel some kind of tension in your body. Those are all triggering things and change your body. Been changing your body, let you know that you have encountered or you're engaging into a triggering point. When you find that, you need to cut off whatever that's causing it. If you got to walk away, walk away. If you got to talk away, talk away. If you got to run, brother, run, run, brother, run, sister, run, sister, run. But get up out of there, okay? So today we talked about triggers, man. Know what your triggers are. Stop being a trigger man. Stop being a trigger woman. Stop being a booty call. Stop falling down and stop going back on them drugs, okay? Because you see somebody shooting up on TV, you want to fix. Let it go. That's a triggering point. You don't need that in your life. You've been that way already. You were falling down. And somebody helped you get back up. People going to get tired of helping you get back up when you keep falling down, because you should know your triggering points. And sometimes we trigger our own self. That's the worst kind of triggering points. We know what we're weak about. We know the things that we cannot resist, and we still get into it. Sometimes there's no hope. Man. The only way to get out of this thing is to know what your triggering points are. When you know what they are, you can avoid it. When you know what they are, you can let them go. You can kick it to the curb if you want to. Yeah, you heard me right. I said if you want to, but the problem is this. A lot of us don't even want to get rid of. We love the triggers. And you know what? When you love falling down, you ain't no hope for you, because that's your life. You like being the victim. You like people having pity on you. But if you come my way, brother, look at me, man. You gotta get up. You know, I'm gonna talk to you right. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna tell you the right things you need to do. If I see you doing them things, I will continue to help you. But if I see you not doing what I'm told you, telling you, help you get yourself up, you're not doing what's supposed to be done. I'm gonna say, look at me. You want to stay down? Stay down. I'm out of your life. I done told you what to do. That's how I do. Somebody got to be right. Somebody got to be tight. Somebody got to be long. Somebody got to be strong. You don't have no discipline. I have it. I'm helping you, and you refuse to get it. I'm done. That's how I do. All right. So we talked to you today about this right here. We looked at what are your triggering points in life. You know, knowing what your triggers are. We focused. We talked to you about what are your triggers. Okay. Emotional traumas, things that cause you to do feel a certain way, act a certain way, slip up, trip up, whatever. You know, those are your triggers. And types of triggers. We looked at this internal and external triggers, and then we told you how to cope with those triggers, man. How to deal with it. Like Brother James Brown said, you got to deal with it. You got to deal with it. You know, some triggers will never leave you alone. Yeah, you have some triggers are with you for entire life. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you over 35, you know what I'm talking about. You 18 or below, you don't know nothing I'm talking about. But some triggers are lifelong detractors, okay? They will keep you away from your true purpose and true role in life. That's their job, to lose you focus, to help you lose focus, so you can be off track. You can't stay in the center, you can't stay in the middle, because you're falling, can't get up. You're slipping, you're tripping, can't get up. That's the job. Pull you away from your true destiny, to pull you away from your true purpose, to pull you away from your dreams. Triggers. Know your triggers. Know what they are and deal with it. Don't let them pull you down. Don't let them make you fall down. Because one of these days, when you fall down, you won't be able to get back up. Okay? That's it. All right, let's go. We'll find out who rubbing up, tubbing up. What time is it? Okay, we got 15 minutes. We'll find out who rubbing up, tubbing up, up, meet the first man in there. He's out. Who that said they're going to beat down? I got to. Let's go. Crime man want to know who that is said they're going to beat down Saint. Let's go. People get ready. With the train that's coming. Don't need no ticket. You just get on board. All you need is love. Who? Say it again. Say sweet, sweet love. Don't need no ticket. You just get on board. Get on board. Y'all ready, man? Hey, y'all, we're gonna ride the train a little bit. We got a Zoom meeting at 10 o'clock, and we're gonna ride on that Zoom train with me. Okay, y'all with me? Hey, look at them. This is a test. This is the Zoom. First Zoom we do will be a test for future Zooms. Okay, I just want everybody to come in if you can. We're gonna meet with me for a little bit, and we out. Okay, now the next one gonna be a little bit more structured than this one, but we need to meet and greet as a community, as a team, as a people that are trying to move up in life, so that we can do what? Network. What do you mean by network? Network, man. Help each other. reach each other, teach each other. We got accountants on this train. We got lawyers, doctors, you know, policemen, po. Everybody needs a friend. And when you got somebody with some information that may help you, that's what we do. We network, we talk, we meet, we greet, we help, we reach, we teach. Okay, let's go. We gotta find out who wrote up talking about the be girlfriend now. He's out. Who that is said they're gonna be there. I need to know. I got to know. Inquiring man, I want to know who that is. Oh, I done two young lady. When I said toot, you said all aboard. Toot. When I said all aboard, you said toot. All aboard. Yeah, man. Hey, man, y'all ready, man? We're going to run through this. Then we're going to hit that zone, man. You know, hey, for those of you that don't want to go on a Zoom, it's okay, man. Don't be ashamed. BobbieD, that ain't for me, man. I just don't know how to do that. I don't want to be bothered. Okay, that's okay. Okay, you know, I'm not pressuring you. If you don't want to be bothered with it, that's okay, man. It's okay. Just stay on the train, okay? And maybe this time it's okay. The next time, I'm going to look here, man. Get up on the Zoom. But yeah, but it's okay, man. Don't stress yourself out. This is just meet and greet, first time test, see how everything goes, okay? And we're going to be there in about a few minutes. All right, let's go. When I said, I did it already. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go, Lizzie. We got to find out who's the first man in this house. Who that is. Said he's going to be there. I need to know. Let's go. Who we got?
Philippine connection. Okay,
the Philippine connection. Okay, y'all. That's the information. Okay. All right. Lizzie just popped in the show, man. You know, when she popped in, I got to. She's my triggering point today. So when that's a trigger for me that I have to introduce her. Okay. Y'all want to see what she was doing. She was dancing on the side. Did y'all see it? Yeah. She got out of you know what she did? She slid. She got out the view of the screen and she was dancing on the side. You gotta let the people see that. Come on, let's dance.
Let's go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's my life. Your lovely wife. Her name is Lisa Tuba Queen Bernardo Dixon, and she's the best thing ever happened to me outside of Jesus and my children. But no, I love my wife, man. We're here together 24 hours, 10 days a week. This is Lisa, but now I'm gonna do her formal introduction right now. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Tuba Queen. Hail to the Queen. So good to see you, my dear. We got to run today. Let's go. Who's number one in his house today? I got to see. I did that. Come on. Okay. Let me say this. The information I gave you, that's the information you need to click on.
They can't see because you put that on Facebook.
Okay, copy that information, Lisa D. Here. Okay, hold on. Excuse me 1 minute, y'all. Where's the information at, Lisa D? Man. Okay. Before the show is over, you'll have the can you copy that right there? Can you copy that? Go over there and copy that, Lisa D, and put that on there. You don't see it over there?
Just let's go. We'll do that later.
Okay, let's who we got? First man in the house. Who we got? Michael El Negrito.
What's up, brother?
Facebook. He said, Michael El Negrito. You know what your name is, right? Michael the Black Man. Oh, man, how you doing? That's so good to say. So good to say. So good to see you. Michael made it today, man. Salute back up to you, man. Michael, you are the first man in the house, okay? You coming from Facebook. And you know why you got to be first man in the house today, Michael? Because I messed up. Sorry, y'all. Hey, let me tell you what happened. When I started the broadcast on Zoom this morning, for some reason, I hit both buttons from Facebook and YouTube. It didn't take the YouTube button. So I had to go back again and add my YouTube bit. So Michael was one of the first ones that made it, and he came in from Facebook. So good to see you, Michael. First man in the house. First man in the house. What time did Michael come in? Michael came in at 11. Michael, you was right on time. He was right before time. So good to see you, Michael. Congrats to you, man. Y'all give Michael his props, okay? His name is Michael El Negrito. That means he's Michael the Black. Michael the Black Man. What's up, Michael? Let's go, Roger. Rain Man coming. Rain Man coming. Rain Man coming. Rain Man coming. Good to see you. He said, two, right back at you, brother. Let's go. Let's do it there for Rain Man. Finally trained by Reading see One Nation Under. Who we got?
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the original players from the Himalayas. Jerome's in the house. I said Jerome's in the house. Jerome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Bye,
much,
Rayman. Hey, I was trying.
Secretary.
Sorry about that. I was trying to work on the Zoom thing while we are on break.
It is on now.
Okay, you need to give them the ID. You see? You see the ID? Okay, let's go. Next man. Ryan Train, BobbieD, Lizzie, one day. Thank you so much, Terry Fleming, for the blessings. More blessings, much love. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate the donation. We're a little confused. We're doing two things at once, so I'm sorry, y'all. But we'll get it together. This is the first time we're doing the Zoom, so I gotta make sure that. Let's go. Ryan Train, who we got? He said, try to get my spot and ended up on top.
He's the first man up in YouTube.
Okay, Terry Fleming.
Congrats.
You are the first man up in YouTube. Congrats to you, man. But overall, you're the second man up. So I got to Lisa D, what you got to tell? She don't want to say it, man. We're going to whisper it.
Number 2, just fun too.
I'm going to whisper it, Lisa D. Let's go right. Let's go right. Who we got? Michael Alegrito. He said, it's definitely not easy road to take if you don't prepare for the heart. Yeah. If you have to be prepared, you have to be, in my opinion is this, okay? And I'm a spiritual kind of guy. I believe in the Lord. Okay. So you got to be prayed up. You got to be stayed up. You got to be diligent. You got to be alert to all of the pitfalls in life. Okay. Yeah, and that means you got to have your eyes open and your ears open. You know, so what could be totally innocent to somebody else could be like a menace to you. Okay. You have to know what your triggering point. You have to know the things that you're susceptible to make you fall, to make you trip up, to make you slip up. And so, because sometimes when you slip up and you fall and you can't get back up. And you think I'm playing with you? Look at all the people out there homeless right now. Some of them have big cars, big house, big job, and they ain't got nothing because they tripped up. They let a trigger point trip them up, slip them up, and they can't get back up. Let's go around train, BobbieD. Who we got?
Xander,
man. What's up, Xander? What's going on, man? So good to say. So good to say.
Confidence now.
She know the ABCs of confidence. She got it, man. All through your teachers. Thanks so much, Xander. Blue Ranger, let's go. All my brothers in the house said, hoorah. All my angels in the house said, hoorah. All my members in the house said, rah. Let's go. Ryan Train, BobbieD. Who we got?
Pumpkin Joe's.
Pumpkin Joe. He said, morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Let's go, Ryan Train. Who we got? Xander Man. He said, Terry Fleming. First man up. Let's go, Ryan Train, BobbieD.
Yes.
Who we got?
Yeah.
Got in the house. Got in the house. Woo. Got in the house. Got in the house. Woo. What's up, Gunny Man? He said, tell it, Bobby. Hey, man, you know I tell it right, tight, long, strong. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the donation to the nation. We got to do a dance for Gunny Man. Let's go.
Hardest working man in business. I feel good.
Thank you, Gunny. Thank you, Sir Marvin.
Thanks, Sir Marvin.
More blessings, much love.
Appreciate your donation to the nation. She doing something else on the bridge. More blessings, much love. Thank you so much, sir. Ryan Train, BobbieD, Lizzie, one nation. We got SML in the house. What's up, SML? How you doing, brother? So good to see you. So good to see you. So good to see you. He said, hello, BobbieD, Lizzie, peace and my love to my love train family. Thank you so much, sir. Ryan Train, BobbieD, Lizzie.
Pumpkin Joe's.
Pumpkin Joe. Huh? Racism. Okay. Racism is a trigger. Okay. I understand that. It's a trigger for a lot of us. A lot of African Americans are triggered by racism. I'll be honest with you, man. That's one of my points. It's not a big triggering point. So you got large triggering points, you got lower triggering points. Okay. That when I was younger, that was a huge triggering point for me. But I've learned how to deal with it now. Yeah. Back in the day, when it came on racism, man, you better to hold me back. You called me something you were supposed to call me, you know. But I can deal with that now. I couldn't. It had a hard time with it. He said, which part of why I decided to, which is part what of why I decided to move to that from that environment. I understand racism wasn't a big deal for me when I moved there. I moved there for this lady right here. I'm be honest. That wasn't my point of moving there. I moved there for Lisa D. But it turned out to be the right decision for me because it got me away from all those negative, racist people that are in the United States. Now, there's some out here too. Now, let's just be perfectly honest. There's some out here, but very, very, you won't run into a lot of that here. Let's go, Ryan Train, Bobby. Who we got?
Pumpkin Joe's moving out of the West to the East.
The Western society and Western culture, it's like night and day, guys. If you've lived in the Western culture all your life, and you move to Eastern Asia, you're going to notice a huge difference. Some people like that change, some people don't. I happen to like it. Pumpkin Joe happen to like it, and so I believe most of you like it, but there's some. It's not for everybody. Let's go, Ryan Train. Who we got?
Monroe
in the house. Monroe. What's up, man? He said, hello, Bobby D. From the mighty Greensboro. Hey, mighty Greensboro, baby. Greensboro, North Carolina. Hey, I love Carolina, man. Carolina is on my mind. I love the North Carolina and I love the South Carolina. You know, I was born in South Carolina, right? I'm a South Carolina. They call me South Kakalaki Geechee, man. I'm proud of my Geechee, man. I'm proud of my girl. Yeah, that's where I came from, man. People where I came from, you see me? You see, most people from where I came from is just like me. They're happy, they're smart, they're intelligent, they're easygoing, and they'll make your life a blessing. Let's go. Who you got?
Murphy Hayes.
What's up? First man up. Number one. Congratulations, Terry. Thank you so much. Ryan Train, Bobby D, One Nation. We got these two. Monroe, he said, congrats to Mr. Terry. Terry Fleming, number one today. Ryan Train. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We want to get through with the train ride. I got a Zoom scheduled for 10, but it looks like we're gonna be late because I got to get through this. I got to get through with the train before we get on the Zoom. Okay. And Lucy D, can you run the Zoom while I finish the train? Can you do it? I want to show you what to do. All right, let's go, y'all. We're gonna run the train first, then we're going to Zoom. He said, what's up, Zandy, man? You all right, man? So good to say, so good to say, so good to see ya. Ryan Train, Bobby D, One Nation. Paul, he's a hello, Bobby D. And Lisa D made it on the train. Thank you so much for showing up today, Paul. We're going to show out for you. Let's go, Ryan Train, Bobby D, Lisa One Nation. Who we got?
Murphy Ace, Bruce Zanderman fell into the procession. You know the drill.
Zanderman, you know the drill. Woo, do. What are you supposed to say, Lisa? Yeah, you want to say, Zanderman, he said, Murphy Hayes, how are you, brother? You all right, man? From another mother? He said, Murphy Hayes, he said, I'm great. Hope you are as well. Ryan Train, Bobby D, One Nation. Paul, he said, I live for today. Focus mind, number one. Focus on the focused mind. Number one mindset. I don't let anything or anyone around me make me upset, only have control. You can either let your emotions take you or you can choose to control it. That's it, man. You can choose being the disciplined person is controlled, okay? When you're undisciplined, you fall for anything and you'll do anything, okay? And people like that have a hard time in life because they're not what? I told you at the top of the show, they're not what? Focus. No hocus pocus, just focus. When you're focused, you're disciplined, you control yourself. When you're focused, you usually have some goals, with desires, opportunities that's pushing you forward, that give you hope in your life, and you have something that's worthwhile, and you move forward to that. When you're unfocused, you have no goals, you have no desires, no dreams, and so anything come, anything go. Whatever, hey, you're just a free soul. And it's okay to be free and happy, but have some goals and keep yourself focused. Let's go, Ryan Train, Bobby. Who we got?
Murphy Hayes, Soul Ties.
Soul Ties. Let's go. Ryan Train, Bobby. Who we got?
Howard Copper.
What's up, Coop? How you doing, brother? He said, how's it going? Hey, man, you doing good, Coop. Good to see you, man. I'm glad you dropped by today, man. So good to see you. Murphy Hayes in the house. He said, I dump those who are triggered in my life. Those things and situations that triggered in my life. Yeah. Anything that causes you negativity and it's a triggering point, avoid them. Okay? Avoid them. And you say, well, Bobby, they just come up on me. No, don't nothing just come up on you like that. Sometimes we invite those triggering points in because we want them emotionally, subconsciously. We want to be triggered. We want to play the victim. We want to be pitied. You know, a lot of us are like that, man. Men and women, we both. But some of us just like people feeling sorry for us. You know, we love playing the role of the victim. Ryan Train, Bobby Lisa, who we got? Paul, he said, yes, you can't let poison affect your life. You got to let that loose. If it's negatively to you, you got to be happy. Life is too short to feed into foolishness. That's it, man. My mama used to tell me that all the time. Bobby, they ain't nothing but foolishness. Leave it alone, son. Yeah, that's still with me today. I can see her right now. We sitting on the porch. We had a little swing on the porch, and we would sit on the porch, And my mom, my grandma, but my mom, I call her mama. She said, Bobby, that's foolishness, son. I be telling her stuff I want to do and stuff. You know, sometimes I had to say something to me. My Bobby, that's just foolishness, son. Leave it alone. All of those good memories come back, man. Thank you, Lord. Let's go, Roger. Who we got? Murphy Hayes. He said, those who know me know what I don't like, and I warn them. But if they keep doing the part, come. That's it, man. You give them some notice. Look, man, I'm not for that, man. I'm not with that. And tell them just like that. Tell them in a way they can understand. Tell them in the basic, sound, straight up street language. Look, man, hey, I'm not with that. Okay, I'm not with that. And if they keep messing with you with it, step. Let's go, Roger. Who we got?
Paul, if I don't like something, I don't even speak.
Yeah, you know, if something disturbs you to the point where you don't want to speak, don't speak. Just move on. That's the best thing to do. Keep your mouth shut and ignore it. Move on. Let's go, Roger. Who we got?
Paul, it's easy to get sour in life, easy to get triggered, but we can't let ourselves get that way so much in life that will upset us, but we need to let it go. Let God take the wheel.
That's it, man. God, if you have to go to the source in your life, okay? And when you are godless, you have no source, okay? I'm serious. You're your own source, and we are not strong to take on everything in this world. We need someone that can help us through this life, okay? And that's the Lord, most high God. And that's my driving force in life, okay? And it's, you know, it should be a lot of you life. Now, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but most people have a source, and that's, for me, it's God. So if you go to your source when you're having trials. Let's go, Ryan Trey. Who we got?
Or if haze, crazy stuff will shorten your life.
Oh man, a lot of that. Look at you can go to the jail cell right now, and you'll see a lot of people that fell and fallen and they gave into their triggers in life, and they wish they hadn't. Now that's why they got these programs called Scared Straight. You remember that program on TV? To get the little boys and girls. And say, look here, don't you ever get in this shape again. You see all mad? You see all these scars I got on me? That's called, and the little boy be like, okay, Scared Straight. Because they done messed up. They fall into their triggers. And they learn their lessons too late. They're in jail. They messed up. Let's go, Ryan. Who we got? Thank you so much for the donation to the nation. Mark Anthony in the house. What's up? He said, he got a super sticker. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate the donation, Mark. So good to see you, man. Glad you were joining us today. Let's go, David, Dr. Mark Anthony. Ryan Train, Bobby Lisa.
Oh my goodness. So what you trying to do?
Thank you so much, Mark Anthony,
Mark Anthony,
for the donation to the nation. More blessings.
much love.
What'd you say? March love? March love. March love. All right, guys. So good to see. Thanks so much, Mark. Ron Train, who we got? He said, great topic. Very motivating. Thank you so much, Mark. Appreciate that, man. I'm glad I could help. Murphy, hey, he said Lisa has a God-given modesty. Yeah, she's very modest most of the time. No, she's a modest person. When I met Lisa D, she would never say something that would lift herself up. She would always try to lift me up, you know. And I noticed that about her. It's one of the things I liked about her. Ryan Train, BobbieD, Lizzie, one night. Who we got?
Terry Fleming, bad habits are the root cause of people being broke.
That is very, very true, man. Bad habits come from how we think, how we act, how we behave. You know, those things shape our what? Habits. And when we have bad habits, it's hard to break them, man. You know, they say it's easy to. It takes about 30 days to learn a new habit. But if you got a bad habit, you gotta break that bad habit off first before you learn a new habit, and that takes a while. Ryan Train, BobbieD, Lizzie, One Nation. Who we got?
John Smith.
What's up, John? Big John in the house. Big John Smith. What's up? He said, BobbieD, Lizzie, keep smiling out there. You too, enjoy life. London. Hey, yeah. Thank you so much, London guy. London John in the house. London John Smith in the house. Good to see you, John. Ryan Train, BobbieD, Lizzie, One Nation under. Who we got?
Murphy Hayes, well said. Terry, Sir Terry, and it also ruined.
Yeah, man. It will definitely put your relationship on the rocks, and you'll be on the rocks, and you won't be able to get off the rocks. Let's go. Right, tell everybody, let's see who we got. Perfect. You said great point. That's about it. Hey, you're welcome, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. I was trying to get that out for a long time, and it just came. I got to get this out. And when I get it like that, I got to. Yeah, I was going to hold it today, but Lisa said, "No, I'm going to do it." I said, "Okay, let's go, Roger. Who we got?"
Jan Smith. Want to send a big shout out to Pumpkin Joe, Mamie, and Justine.
Thank you so much, Pumpkin Joe. Y'all check out his YouTube channel. Mamie and Justine is his daughter and his wife. Okay, let's go, Ryan Train BobbieD. Who we got? Pumpkin Joe. He said, "Gotta get off the train, get some sleep. Baby's keeping up late." Okay, I understand, man. Got a little baby. I think she's like a year old, baby, and she's giving him the fist. Let's go, Ryan Train BobbieD. Who we got?
Las Vegas.
Vegas in the house. What's up, man? He said, "Have you ever thought about collaborating with Calvin from Sunshine?" I have thought about that, man. I said I was gonna get in touch with him, and you know what, man? I'm gonna reach out to him. When we get off the broadcast and Zoom, I'm gonna send him a Facebook message to say, "Look up, let's hook up." Okay? Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Ryan Train BobbieD, who we got?
Jan Smith.
I just got to keep my eye on the prize and where I want to get into life, and try not to let triggering stuff distract me. Yeah, you got to stay in control. Yeah, man. If you're not in control, you're out of control. Okay? And when you're out of control, anything happens. You're just wildly out there going from the left, going through. Anything happens, man. But when you're focused, you have goals, you have desires, you have a dream, things, you're moving in that direction, and you want to deal with things that will help you move along in that direction. Things that will take you away off your course, you don't need that in your life. And when you do get things that take you off, nobody's perfect, right? Sometimes we slip up, but you got to be able to let it go and recognize what's happening and get back on track. As long as you get back on track, you're okay. But you don't want to keep dropping and falling down too many times. You remember that song Donnie McClurkin said, "We fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up." You know what happened to Donnie? Do you know why he made that record? Do you know why he made that record? Donnie McClurkin, he's a pastor, right? He was abused as a child sexually by an adult in his family, another male, abused him. And he was so touched by that traumatic experience in his life, he wrote that, okay, things happen, you fall down. But he said, I overcame that, I got up, okay? So yeah, those things like that happen, man. But you don't want to keep falling down. You got to get up. Let's go, Roger. Who we got?
Las Vegas. What part of Philippines are you in?
Vegas, we're in Cebu, Philippines, Talamban, Cebu, Philippines. And that's one of the second largest cities in the Philippines. Manila, this capital, is the number first. We're in the Visayas, which is in the middle of the Philippines. Ryan Train BobbieD, who we got?
That's it.
That's it. All right, guys, we got to go. We got to start a Zoom. Lisa, did you get the ID?
You can't start the.
Well, hold up. Hold up. Give me 1 minute, guys. I'm checking on something.
Oh wait, because you cannot use the camera.
Okay. All right. So we got it. Okay, guys, we got to cut this off. Did you get that? Did you get the Zoom information? Hold on. See if you can copy this right here. Go back to the beginning, copy it, and put it down there. We're going to give you the Zoom information in just a second. I thought I had put it out there, but Lisa D says it's not showing up because I put it out on Facebook. Can you go to the broadcast on Facebook and copy that information for me? Can you do that? Give us just a minute, guys. We're trying to get that information. No, you can't do that. Okay, give me 1 second, guys.
I can see it.
Okay.
Here also.
Can you see it on there? I got to show it up. Can you see it on the screen over there? Yes, you can. Okay, guys, this is, if you can see this, I have the information you need to get on the Zoom broadcast.
They have to copy that.
You have to copy it. I hope you can copy it. And then you got to click on that, okay? And this right here, that's all you need right there. Everything you need to get on is right there, okay? All right, we're getting ready to cut this off. And if y'all can join me, fine. If not, I'll schedule a little bit better on the next day. We're going to have another Zoom meeting, probably, what's the day? Wednesday? It will probably be Saturday, okay? Which will be Friday night, your time. So if this one doesn't go the best, we'll have another one. But that's it for now, guys. We're gonna get off real quick because we got to go to Zoom. What you doing?
I save it.
You saved it? Okay. Okay, that's it.
Try to save it, and then
if you guys can see that, that is the meeting information. Try to get on. I'll have it better organized the next time, but we were a little bit pressed for time getting all this thing together. Okay, let me back on.
Zoom.
Back on the camera. Let me see.
I have to paste that on.
Oh no, I gotta close this out, lady.
I'm trying to get this.
I don't know what she's doing, but yeah, it's been real. It's been real. It's been real. But Lisa D and I have to go. This is BobbieD. Oh wait a minute, we got a donation here. We gotta go. Go ahead.
This in the beginning.
Anyway, this been real. It's been real. It's a little bit hectic today, y'all, because I got two things going on simultaneously, and I'll never do this again. I'll just break it down. Do one thing at a time. It's best to have this and then cut and then get the information, put it back out there, and do it that way.
So what you gonna do now?
We're gonna cancel this. We're gonna stop.
And then how do the? I mean,
you guys got the information for the Zoom. I'm hoping you saw that, correct? If not, we'll do it a little bit different next time so that you'll have the information better the next time. But right now we got to go. We got a meeting to go to. Let's go, Lisa.
okay.
All right, guys. It's been real. It's been real. It's been real. This is BobbieD.
And Lisa D.
Are you okay? Say take care. God bless and peace. We get ready to go to a meeting, guys. Sorry about that.